Plaintiff Crystal Gretzinger says the defendant is her younger brother, and despite the fact that he's 25, he's completely irresponsible and still has their mother pay for his car. Crystal claims after her brother got into a fight at a restaurant, he was arrested, and Crystal paid for his attorney fees, but she has yet to be repaid. Defendant Ben Lutz insists he is responsible, works full-time, and although his mother did pay for his car, he claims he paid her back. Ben admits that Crystal helped him after he got arrested, but she promised not to tell their parents, and she broke that promise, so he refuses to repay her.
Start with you.
The defendant is my younger brother. He's 25 years old. He acts like he's 18. He basically has Peter Pan syndrome. He refuses to grow up and take responsibility for his actions.
Give me some examples.
Well, I think my mom actually still pays for his car payment and his car insurance. And basically, he couch surfs from friend to friend.
Is he in school? Because I do that for my children, too.
No, sir, he's not.
I have a 25-year-old, and she's in law school, though. Jade.
No, he's not in college, sir.
Okay.
He couch surfs from one friend to another, mooching off his friends. You know, just goes from friend to friend until they get tired of him, and then he moves on to the next one.
Let me ask you whether you're mooching your mother at age 25.
No, I live from my mom 5.5 hours away. I live all by myself.
How do you get back and forth to see your mom
in my car? And
who pays for that car?
She did pay for it, but I have paid her back. I mean,
okay.
She did. I will admit that.
You work full time?
Yes, I do.
All right. So why is your sister acting as if you're trifling?
Because she's always thought she's better than everybody in our family.
Does she ever give a reason or act like she has a reason to feel that way?
No, this is just the way she comes
has
across.
More education than the rest of you all?
Well, I guess, but she's not using it, so you know.
All right, ma'am, let's get back to you.
Basically, this all started on February 16th. Ben turned 25. That was his birthday. So him and a friend of his decide they are going to go out, you know, for a night of drinking and partying. They ended up getting in a fight at IHOP with 2 other people. And his his friend ended up getting stabbed with a fork. So the police were called. They both ended up in jail, him and his friend. He actually got charged with simple battery and criminal threats. So I get a call early that next morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, from him wanting me to bail him out of jail. I'm like, I can't help you out. I can't bail you out of jail. You know, I live in Nebraska. He lives in Kansas. There's no way for me to get him the money anyways. So basically,
what does happen?
Basically, 2 days later, he calls me and he wants me to pay for an attorney for him for this fight that he got in, because he was going to lose his job if he didn't get this attorney. So I reluctantly gave him my credit card number to charge the attorney on my credit card. In the agreement, we made a verbal agreement that he was to pay me back within a month.
Mm-hmm. How much?
$1,287.50.
Mm-hmm. How much has he paid you?
0.
All right. Sir?
The background on my sister, she's always been a tattletale. I mean, from day one. If you steal a cookie or you sneak out of the house, she's always telling mom everything.
Did she tell about this?
Yeah, she told him.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish your testimony.
We did go to IHOP, got in an altercation. I called her that night right outside IHOP.
What was the fight about?
My buddy bumped
Your
into
Honor,
another guy.
I have proof of the fight. I have an article from the newspaper.
Oh, really? It was made the paper?
Yes, it did.
Oh, it was front page.
Let me see it. What made it newsworthy?
My buddy got stabbed in the neck and got 6 or 7 stitches in the neck. He had a white button-up shirt and it was covered in blood.
Mm-hmm. That's why I go to Denny's. No fighting at Denny's.
That's right. How did it start?
We were sitting at a booth. My buddy gets up, walking backwards, talking to me, and he bumps into a guy. He says, "Excuse me." The guy turns around and says, "Yeah, excuse you." My buddy kept walking towards the bathroom. I told the kid to shut up, basically. He asked what I was going to do about it. I got out from the booth, and I told him I was going to make him shut up. This doesn't make me look very good.
Did you tell him you were going to stop him from stabbing your friend?
No, the guy came in.
You told him you wasn't that tough.
Yeah.
You just talked stuff, provoking him, because it was over when he said, "Yeah, excuse me." then you have to step in and play big. But when the fork comes out, you run. Well, you tell me what happened.
The guy came at me. My buddy, by this time, has turned around. He's already noticed that me and the other guy are arguing. He comes at me. My buddy grabs him from behind to go choke him out. And the guy literally grabs a fork off the table and starts stabbing my buddy in the neck. As this kid's two other buddies come at me, I grab one of them and throw him into the wall, and he's laying on the ground. The other guy comes at me. I shove him away. By this time, my buddy's already choked this other guy out. He's laying on the ground. We're leaving the restaurant as blood is squirting in between my buddy's fingers. That's how bad he was bleeding. We're standing outside and the cops come, and it's like 20 of them. And they take us to jail, and the kid that stabbed my buddy, there was nothing happened to him. I got charged with two counts of battery, criminal threat, and disrupting a workplace. And my buddy got charged with aggravated battery for choking him out, terroristic threats, and disrupting the workplace.
Did you all appeal to the police department regarding the guy who stabbed your buddy?
They said there was two other witnesses, and they said that it was his defense because my buddy was choking him out, and that's why he grabbed the fork off the table and
to stop from being choked out.
Yes.
All right.
Strangled.
All right. You started it. It was over when your buddy went to the bathroom and the guy said, "Yeah, excuse me." Then you have to stand over him and provoke him and talk stuff to him. You were arrested. Tell me the agreement and why you haven't paid her.
I called her that night outside IHOP, and I did wake her up. And I called her once I was there, and in Kansas, that's where this all happened, you have to have a bail bondman. You don't just go in and pay, $500 to get out of jail.
What happened, sir?
So the bail bondman tried to call her.
Why are you so slow about telling me the agreement to pay your sister?
The agreement was that she was loaning me the money within a month to pay it back. She was not supposed to tell my parents. A week later, she tells my parents.
That's not true. I got proof.
Quiet, ma'am. What did she get in exchange for not telling?
Her money back. I mean, that's part of the agreement.
Okay. No, those were two things, sir. It's called consideration. Two exchanges. Now, one exchange was she gives you money, you give the money back. You're telling me that there was a second exchange. The second exchange was she doesn't tell. That helps you. So what's the second exchange that helps her?
I'm not going to disagree with you.
You wanted to say something about denying the allegation?
Yeah, I did tell him that I was going to tell my mom about the whole incident because he had not paid me back. I have proof in the text message that I sent him 3 days before the money was due to be paid back to me.
All right. As you heard, that's irrelevant. You want to speak?
You need me to stand?
State your name. Yes, sir.
My name's Jesse. I'm Crystal's husband.
All right.
And all I have to say is that I got a hold of Ben to let him know that my wife was going to file suit against him. So
how long ago was this?
It was June 9th, I believe.
Okay. Did you tell him you would be filing suit with Judge Mathis?
No.
Oh, okay.
I filed in the state that he
All right,
lived.
because he may have otherwise paid. if he knew he had to come in here.
If that would have worked, I would have told him that at the beginning.
See, he wouldn't have had to be reminded that he provoked an incident that resulted in his buddy being stabbed, and he wouldn't have gotten a lesson on the law on national television. Judgment for the plaintiff, $1,482. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. We're going to put this behind us and try to move on. And
She's a liar. It doesn't even matter. It really doesn't matter. I don't even ever want to talk to her again. It's done.